Right, this video is just a quick discussion about cubes and what you can potentially do with cubes. I'm not talking about turning a cube in face-to-face orientation specifically. There's a lots of, you can make cube boxes and decorate them nicely, everyone's done that. But in end-to-end orientation, the thing that you mostly see is the three-wing box or three-wing bowl variations of different depths and all the rest of it. So, but I think there's a lot more life, a lot more things to be found in cubes. So this is an idea, one idea. I've got a cube and I've divided it into 9 bands end to end. And the reason is I'm going to try and make 2 things here at the same 2 things either side. The first is, I don't know if you can see this, see if we get a better camera angle on that. There you go. If you imagine you've got your 3 wings, 1, 2, 3, coming down to these corners. Well, if I hollow out there, and I've done this so that that first step is 30mm, so if I come in there with a 30mm force and a bit, it hollows that down to round about there, and that will give me like a cut, a very steep 3-wing. So I'm going to use this as a feature for a finial, and then when that's done I'm going to stick one of those inside it, a ghost finial. So you'll have like 3 wings coming up like a enveloping this. Don't know what I'm going to do with the other one. I might even try. Now, you think you've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and coming from the other side 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4 is all to create whatever tenons you might need or anything like that. And I'm also going to take away these corners because they're not needed. They're all going down to that level there, which is also that level there. So that's what I'm going to do as the first thing, and I'm going to separate it in the middle as well, so that I've got 2 things that I can tenon up and then work on in a chuck end to end to do the drilling and stuff, because obviously between centres you can't do that drilling. So that'll be my first step in this, but I'm sure there's a lot more, because when you think of 3-wing bowl is really using the wings up to the corner, but you've got those 3 wings of the entire length of the thing, so there's a lot you can do there in terms of variation. The other thing is, right in the centre of this, which is between these 2 lines there, is a regular hexagon, somewhere there anyway. Oh, in that middle of that 4, in the middle of that 4 there's a regular hexagon in the middle of there, which I've never seen anyone do anything with. So you may be able to start off as a hexagon and go into 3 wings, maybe something like that. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. There is a hexagon involved in this as well, and that hexagon gets more and more irregular as it goes out to the points where it's a very irregular hexagon, where one side's long and one side short, one side's long, one side short, as you can see. So first things first, I'm going to take the bulk of this off and part down to get tenons, cut it in half and come back when half of this is mounted in a chuck ready to drill out this hollow. Oh, there may be some modicum of hollowing in this. And the other thing is, it'd be interesting to see if you can hollow this and leave a finial inside it and have like a little 3-facet topped finial. There might not be enough room, you might have to make special tools. I'll explore that with the second half of this. So, but for the first half, I'm just going to go do the most basic thing I can and try and create this finial element, to stick a gorse finial in and see what it looks like. It's just a question of finding out. Would have been better if I'd have got the same wood as this, which I think is maple, but this is an oak. I have got some maple, but I've got plans for it, so I'm not using that. Oh, the other thing is, as a discussion, is really, ideally, because you think these wings, the grain's going to be going across the wings, so it's going to be easy to break them off. So a lot of care is going to be needed. Don't know, I've never done that kind of turning specifically. But the ideal way for doing this kind of thing, to make your cube, is to, when you cut it out of your piece of big timber, when you're sectioning up a log, say, you cut the cube end to end so that your grain is running corner to corner, which is doable. It's difficult, but it is doable. So when you're actually milling your log to create your shape, you do that. The alternative is to turn a cube, because you know where your grain runs, turn a sphere, sorry, and you know which way your grain's running in a sphere, and then turn your sphere into a cube so that you know that your grain's running end to end. Obviously that'll give you a lot more strength in this kind of thing, and it's something I may come back to. But that's it for now. I'll get on with this, take that bulk away, put a tenon on, and come back when I'm ready to drill. Thanks for watching.